article. See, here in the UAE labor law, these all are referred to a particular article number. So article, when I say article number means it's a topic. Let's say article number 9, it is probation period. Article number 19, overtime. Article 29, annual leaves. So like that. So when I say article means it's a particular subject, it's a particular topic related to the employee relations, related to the employee rights and entitlements. Right? So this is going to be a very important discussion, very important knowledge base which you guys are learning today. Maybe any one of you, a business owner or from the HR background, maybe you may be a manager, you may be a safety professional, finance and account professionals, a legal consultant, legal advisor, or a lawyer, or any common employee who just want to know their rights in UAE while working in UAE. What all the rights are? Correct? So here I am a professional HR manager, practicing HR for the last almost more than 15 years in UAE. I've worked in top big multinational companies. I have seen small companies, how they operate in terms of people management, small to big, no matter whether it is a small company, even 2 employees company or 2,000, 20,000 employees, no matter whatever the employees headcount in the company. Still, the UAE labor laws remain same. With anyone is violating the law, knowingly, unknowingly, intentionally, unintentionally, deliberately, or due to whatsoever internal or external factors, there are huge penalties are waiting for those companies. Knowingly, unknowingly. Some people, some companies, they violate the law, no matter they are the owners or the HR department, and especially the people who are in HR and applying for HR jobs. Maybe you are a fresher, maybe you are a well experienced and willing to promote and attending the interviews. Half of the interview questions for HR here in UAE. Do you know the UAE labor laws? So for them, as a matter of career growth, career development, to start a job, half of the questions, 50% of the interview questions will be relating to the UAE labor laws, ladies and gentlemen. So please stay focused. And for those who are into the managers or owner category, running your own business or any other, it's all about money, financial loss, business loss, end of the day, the company's reputational loss. All right. And when I say penalties, especially, why the companies actually ask, do you have the UAE labor law knowledge? Why the companies ask? Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you, this labor law, not having the labor law knowledge may trigger certain knowing, unknowing violations. Because if you're violating the law, not giving the employee their rights, entitlements, or any other, it's a huge discussion, by the way. I'm going to show you. We are going to talk about each and every instance related to the employees, their rights, their regulations, culture, harassments, XYZ related, demanding money from the employees, demanding some XYZ fees from the employees, no matter it is employment related, job related, visa related, training fees related, which is going trending in the market, training fees. No matter what, we are going to learn each and every concept of the employment contract, especially. What is employment contract? What is the offer letter? What is the difference between the employment contract and the company's internal offer letter? Internal agreement, so-called internal agreement. He's laughing. Right? You are visualizing. Yes, we are going to uncover everything about the whatever kind of malpractices or manipulations employee kind of manipulations, right? We are going to learn and uncover today. Because if something goes wrong, a penalty is starting from 1,000 dirham up to 10 million dirhams. Depends on what sort of violation it is. Who is receiving the penalty? The company. The company means who? The owners. 10 million dirham, Baba. If I have a 10 million dirham, I will buy a apartment in Burj Khalifa. Or I may start my own big business. 10 million it's a huge money as a capital, as an investment. But here, because of the violation, you are simply triggering the penalties. And here, penalty, there is no excuse. Other day, someone called me saying, sir, we got a penalty related to the Emiratization. Emiratis, we have to hire Emiratis mandatorily. Local citizens, UAE citizens. Though that is the Emiratization law, that is separate, but as a matter of knowledge sharing, a mandatory 2% of the employee headcount in the company, if the company has a 20 plus employees, 2% of the headcount of the company per year, mandatory. No matter it is a hiring or a replacement. When you hire 2%, you have to maintain that 2% of the headcount of the Emiratis. When you have company, let's say 50 employees, out of 52% means one Emirati. Out of 100 employees, 2% means two Emirati. Out of 300, 2% means three Emiratis, correct? 150 employees means three Emiratis. 2%. No matter how many employees you see, you have a look in your company's employee list. 2% of the company manpower should be Emiratis. If not, it will trigger almost 10,000 dirham penalty per month. See, someone called me saying, sir, we got a penalty for Emiratization, non-compliance. What happened exactly? We hired the Emirati, sir. We got a penalty. Can you please elaborate? We hired the Emirati. After some time, that Emirati resigned or we terminated. Emirati means UAE nationals, UAE citizen. We terminated. Then it was to find the replacement Emirati candidate. It took almost 2-3 months, and we finally find in the UAE system, Mohore portal, where we apply the work permits and all, right? Temporary, part-time work permits we apply, right? So there is a report, fines report. That you have to, they got to see the fine and they got surprised how this fine came. And there it is mentioned, yani, what is the reason behind the fine, what is the cause and all. They said, sir, we hired. But you hired. Okay, good job. You have to hire, by the way. But the problem is that someone has resigned or someone got terminated. The replacement has also a deadline. I think some 1 month. Consider, for if you ask me, as soon as immediate as possible, you have to find a replacement and process the new work permit for that replacement candidate. Per month, 9 to 10,000 dirham. And that penalty will continue every month. And they said, sir, that is okay, but we got the penalty from the trade license department also. Why? Because, sir, because non-payment of this penalty, the Emirati related penalty, that triggered blockage of other transactions as well. Every license or every permit here in UAE, when it expires, it has almost one month of grace period. They are unable to renew the trade license because the penalties are there on the company. No matter what is the cause of the penalty, no matter it is a work permit related, no matter what, XYZ, no matter what related. Now it is integrated. If you don't pay the penalty, it will trigger blockage of the trade license renewal. And if you don't renew the trade license on time within 1 month, that will trigger another penalty. So happy penalties, right? So this is the reason, guys. These instances are this UAE labor law is actually connected not only with the employees but with the entire business operations. Wow, without a trade license, how can you operate the company? How can you operate the business? Right? So this is what the penalty is, starting from 1,000 dirham up to 10 million dirham. Article 62, 63, 64 here. I'll show you, by the way. Right? So by penalty menu card is there. There is a separate resolution for a penalty for this violation. This penalty amount: 1,000, 5,000, 10,000, 50,000, 1 million dirham, 10 million dirham. Menu card is there, by the way. Right? So, but again, why? Am I threatening you guys? No. Or is the UAE government is threatening you? No. Either the UAE government or through this labor law training, the only objective is simply this law is to protect the company as well as to protect the employees. Protection on both, compliance for both, to have a peaceful, happy working environment, happy business environment. As simple as that. Simply follow the law. Law is there to protect both parties, employee as well as the company. Simply follow the law. If you violate the law, then this penalty will get triggered. Otherwise, no one is harming you. There are big companies are there, they are growing every day in the market. Smaller companies, probably they have to shut down because either they don't know the law or knowingly they don't follow the law. They ignore the law. Saying no inspection department is coming here. But there is a particular article in the UAE labor law where inspection can come at any point of time. Surprisingly. Right? So, ladies and gentlemen, this is what the reason being, having the UAE labor law knowledge here, very important for all those professions, starting from HR to the business owner to every employee working in any company. So please pay attention, and it's good to note down as when you feel that this is something important for you. Again, at the end of the day, you have paid for this training. Take full advantage of this training. Though it's a one-day training, right? So take full advantage and ask questions. When I say ask questions, I'll start a particular topic, particular article, like a probation, like an employment contract and all. All right, I'll complete it. I'll add my own relevant examples, what I have gained through my experience. Right? So on top of it, still, if you do not get it, ask the question. Then and there, let's clarify the questions and answer then and there. It's not like after 6 hours of movie finish, then 10 minutes, you cannot cover everything in 10 minutes. Correct? So let's clear then and there. All right? So we'll be having a break, of course. Short breaks, 2-3 breaks we'll take. All right? Now, UAE labor law. Every law here in UAE has let's understand the legality of it. I mean, what is the legal document number and all. So if someone questions you, why, to understand the number, for example, this 33 of 2021. This is a law number. Like every country, there is a law, there is a section number, there is an article number, clause number. If someone questions you, let's say you are saying something in your company policy, you are saying something. If the employee is arguing, no, this is not as per the law. If HR or owner is saying, no, this is as per the law. If employee is demanding which law, where it is mentioned. Valid question, right? It's a valid question. Which law, where it is mentioned? So, while studying the law, it is always important to refer which labor law it is. This code 33 means it's the labor law number. Like 34, 35, maybe health related laws are there, traffic related laws are there, like that. 33 means labor law, and 21 means it was the year when it was approved. It was the year when it was approved and effective from 2nd of February 2022. So starting from this date, this law is effective till date, till now. Many people questions me, sir, this is 2021 is an old law. We need to have some new law, right? Like we see in the LinkedIn here and there, someone is posting breaking news, new UAE labor law update. Every day one news comes. So why to attend this, spending the money, some 300-500 dirham, why to attend this training? Because tomorrow labor law will get changed. Before to this, ladies and gentlemen, before to this, we all were following law number 8 of 1980. Now see the difference. Yes, I don't say that law doesn't get changed, but after probably 2-3 decades, unless it is highly required, if there are gaps are identified in this law, if it is highly required, then it will get changed. Again, in the best interest of the people and the company, both. Some say the labor law is actually favors the employee. Who are saying this? Companies are saying this. Employee says, sir, this actually labor law is actually favoring the employer, the company. No. Because you just started this session, right? By the end of session, you will realize this is both actually. Yes, both are there. If employee has done some mistake, he will be penalized. He will be taken to the custody. If company has done some mistake, they will be penalized. Both. Whoever, the law is not saying company or employee. Any perpetrator means anyone who violates the law, they will be penalized. Starting from 1,000 to 10 million dirham, up to the jail also. And this point is clearly mentioned in Article 64, 63, 64. This is all about this, penalties. And any repetition will be doubling the penalty, double the penalty. The law is very clear about it. And even if someone gets the penalty, there is no sorry or excuse here in UAE, especially in terms of penalties. No sorry, no excuse. Okay, your sorry will be accepted, but go and clear the fines. Once you clear the fines, consider that your sorry is accepted. As simple as that. So that is what the question. The other person was sent me a message. I told you, no, there is no, as per my experience, there is no excuse. If someone is excusing, and if it any, sometimes what happens due to the server issue or system technical error, sometimes penalty comes. You may want to appeal for the waiver of the fine. You may appeal. I mean, I'm not saying to you that there is no option. You may appeal. If it is a technical error, they will see. If no, it is real that company or the employee has violated the law, still you may try to appeal. But as per my experience in the last 15 years, no. All right. Yeah. So it is clear that the law remains same until the federal degree gets changed. Federal means, ladies and gentlemen, it's a nationwide law. All UAE, across the UAE borders. Again, why I'm telling this? These people thinking that, the law has get changed totally. But if law gets changed, it comes, first of all, it comes in the official news channels like Gulf News or Khalij Times. Like recently, one salary related, what do you call it, ministerial resolution, not the federal degree, one small point in ministerial resolution. Earlier, salary was the minimum 80% had to pay. Now that has become 85% minimum. Earlier, there was 15 days of grace period to release the salary. Now, no grace period. Okay. Right? So that is changed in another. See, I'll tell you something. Legal reference of the moral laws and regulations. Federal degree, I explained you. This is the main law. As I told you again, we are going to start deep dive in every article, every discussion, every question, every answer, especially on Zoom and the physical class. right? So this is the main law approved by the president of UAE. And cabinet resolution is also part of the law. Actually, these two are main, which also both effective from 2nd of February 2022. So this, many people ask me, sir, what is federal degree? Federal degree is the main law. Then what is cabinet resolution? What is the difference? This is approved by the president of UAE. Every country, president is the one who approves the law, right? So cabinet resolution is a cabinet minister, head of the cabinet minister. In any country, in cabinet means parliament, for example. So in the respective parliament, right? Like senator, some people call in other countries, their head, yani prime minister. Under president, prime minister of the country. So he approved His Highness cabinet resolution. So you may ask me, sir, if both have been implemented on 2nd of February, so what is the difference then? This was approved in 2021. Then there was a grace period, buffer time was given because the law is changed. When the law is changed, company policies has to be changed. Okay. So in the cabinet resolution, after this decree law, it was implemented. Then after some 2-3 months, then again cabinet resolution came. You may consider as a further extension of the main law. Further extension of the main. It's not different. It's a further extension of the main. You may consider like that. Further elaborations, case by case basis, scenario basis. As an example, all right, Jaisha. So let me give you one example. In the federal degree, in Article 29, it talks about the annual leave 30 days per year. All right? Annual leave 30 days per year, it mentioned in the main law. That everyone knows annual leave 30 days per year generally. Everyone knows annual leave 30 days per year. But in the cabinet resolution, it has been further elaborated. Does that annual leave can be carry forwarded to the next year or not? Does that annual leave can be expired or not? Does that annual leave, if someone doesn't take the annual leave, but instead they want to encash, take the money. I don't want to go for leave. I just want the money. That is called encashment. So these further elaborations has been further explained in the cabinet resolution. This is the main law. Everything is covered here. But what is not covered is scenario basis, like case basis, that has been explained in the cabinet resolution. As an example, annual leave part. Here 30 days and all that, sometimes some rules are there mentioned, but further elaborated. Later the government thought something more has to be added. Later the government thought something more has to be added. That's why they brought in the cabinet resolution 1 of 2022. Both are effective from 2nd of February until date, till date. No matter Dubai, Abu Dhabi, Sharjah. Some people say Sharjah law is separate. Some people say Dubai law is separate. Baba, entire UAE. This is federal degree. When you say federal, it is entire country. Nationwide, the law is same. There is no separate law for employee. I'm talking about the labor law. Labor law is a ministry. It is coming from the Ministry of, Mohre means Ministry of Human Resources and Emiratization. It's a ministry. For any country, ministry will remain same for across the country. Like Ministry of Defense, Ministry of Health, Ministry of Education. This is Ministry of Employment, Ministry of Human Resource. All right. So it remains same. Now, as I mentioned to you, for your understanding, okay, it is a further extension. Now, the third one. This is ministerial. This is approved by the president, prime minister. Every ministry has their own respective minister also, right? Every ministry, health ministry, minister is different. Defense ministry, minister is different. Like that. Here for Mohre also there is one minister. So that minister also approved, has a capacity to approve certain rules. This is now this ministerial resolution 340 of 2026, which came recently, some 1 month ago. This is all about salary, WPS, WPS, wage protection system. Though these part is discussed in federal degree also, but not elaboratively. So elaborative wise, here it is discussed in the ministerial resolution. Here, now, this is effective from 1st of June. 1st June 26, because it just came after some 2-3 years, a minor thing has been changed here. Now, these first three are the labor law, legal labor law. What is this fourth one? Fourth one is not a labor law. If fourth one is not a labor law, why did we share this document to you guys? I hope everyone have received the labor law material, guys. Whether the physical people, physical batch, a booklet, and online people, right? Online. Jaisha, Fatima, all of you received? Arslan, Derek, Ruvelin,
Yes, sir. We receive.
received, right?
Yes.
Yes. A folder, a zip file you must have received. You just need to unzip it and extract the documents. So, what is this workers' right? Know your rights. Whereas these first three are the laws actually. This is worker rights document. What is this? And why did we share this document to you guys? So workers' right is all about, it's like a, for every new joiner, this PDF document, which includes certain animated character animation, right? Where cartoon characters are there. It says what are their rights are. When they start their job, what they can expect from the company, what all their entitlements are, what are their rights are, overtime, annual leave, gratuity. Dear employee, know your rights. Welcome to UAE, know your rights. How beautifully the UAE government has developed this document. Let this document for every employee. No matter, when I say labor law, guys, this is for everyone in the company. Don't imagine that a blue collar cleaner or helper or driver they have a separate law. HR, accountant, IT, finance they have a separate law. Manager separate, and the directors. No. No matter blue collar labor category or white collar category, whatever the profession, whatever the position in the company, same law. There is one, you can say 0.01%, you will find some difference between the blue collar and white collar labor category. And that I'll explain you. That is related to the working hours, timing actually. It's not like different. Some minor little bit I'll explain. Once I reach that article number 20, I'll explain you. So again, that is for the employees joining in the company. But why did I share this document to you guys? Know your rights. Baba, you guys are getting to know your rights in the first three documents beyond the rights you are going to know actually, not just rights. Because this is a kind of a professional training, right? We are going to discuss very deeper. Leadership related, HR related, safety related, all these things. How to operate the company in terms of UAE labor law, right? What is this? Legal reference. Unlike in the certain LinkedIn pages or channels, as I told you, every day new law comes there. I don't know from where it comes. Some Canva, guys, Canva, that poster making tool. The certain superstars of the LinkedIn and Instagram, they just create the Canva or through AI. And breaking news, new labor law update. I am not telling that so and so LinkedIn superstar is telling. Like, follow, and subscribe. This is what they say. Content creation and just increasing their followers and what do you call that poster, making it viral. Some 6 months ago, if I'm not wrong, 6 months ago or last year, there was such viral news came. Ministry doesn't know that news is circulated in the social media. Ministry of Immigration, yani GDRFA in Dubai, General Director of Residency and Foreign Affairs, the visa department. They don't know one breaking news is going on in the social media. What is that? Golden visa, right? In UAE, golden visa for 10 years. That too, very, very deeper eligibility criteria for that. Minimum salary of 30,000 dirham, basic. Or you should be a very big company owner or investor, something, some rules are there. There are multiple rules are there, but I'm just telling you. So someone posted in the social media, some travel agency, someone just to attract the business. Golden visa, pay 200,000, any 2 lakh dirhams, get the golden visa for lifetime. Excuse me. And some 1 week, 10 days, it become viral. After some 10 days, 2 weeks, someone informed or people started calling the visa call center. Sir, in that visa system, we don't find lifetime visa and all. It's showing only 10 years validity. Where have you seen the social media? Then the minister, the delegates of the immigration, the visa department, there they had to release a statement, Baba, don't follow that rumors. Right? So out of such rumors in the social media, I have noticed in that daily update, or some people blindly, continue watching the chat GPT AI, which is also trending in the market. Baba, see, what is AI? What is chat GPT? Right? That AI, that chat GPT is actually pulling the internet database and showing it to you in its own way of communication. Old laws, new laws, mixture. So you cannot rely on the AI. AI is not a minister. AI is not a labor law, the people who are deciding that. Right? So once that breaking news I have noticed, if any employee gets terminated due to a very big violation, if any employee gets terminated, a big violation like sexual harassment, like stealing something from the company, fake certificate or fake signatures, impersonation, or found alcoholic while on duty, X, Y, Z, there are multiple big violations. In violations also you'll find minor violation, major violation. It was Article 120. Now it is Article 44. So if anyone gets terminated due to a big violation, they are not entitled for the gratuity. I am not telling that breaking news is telling. Neither the labor law is telling. It was in the old law, ladies and gentlemen. This, whatever I'm saying, if anyone gets terminated, it was in law number 8 of 1980, article number 120. It was clearly specified under article 120. If anyone gets terminated due to such big violations, then they are out and no gratuity. It was. So when I say it was, it has been abrogated, removed, repealed, finished, abrogated. Because this law number 8 has become now law number 33. In this law number 33, now it is article 44. This article 20, what article 20? In the current law, only 74 articles are there. 74 articles in this law. In this law, only 74 articles are there. So article 44, now this has become article 44. Nowhere mentioned that employee is going to lose the gratuity or end of service benefits if they found to be violated certain big, like sexual harassment and all. Nowhere mentioned. It was. How come it is a breaking news today? And that too, after the law, 2021, no, it's been 5-6 years. First of all, it is an old rule, which is no more. In the new rule, nowhere mentioned. Out of becoming a everyone wants to become a superstar now. And certain rules which are already included here, That is no more a breaking news. It's been 5 years from that day. Right? So please don't simply follow such social media without a legal reference, because legal reference is highly required. Correct? Chal. So that is the reason why I included this know your rights document, though we are learning first three laws, which is comprehensive law already. Because here there is two rules which are included, which are there in this first article, also, first law also, but two rules which are further, the ministry has thrown more light on that two rules. In case if employee has been hired through a recruitment agency, I repeat, in case if the employee has been hired through a recruitment agency, no matter here in UAE or out of UAE, from India, Pakistan, Philippines, Bangladesh, any Arab country, XYZ, then the recruitment agency fees has to be borne by the company, has to be paid by the company. Recruitment agency fees also, which is exclusively mentioned in this document. Legal reference. This is one rule. Recruitment agency fees. And second rule. Dear employee, know your rights if you have been hired through overseas, out of UAE, maybe through agent or through direct call, through Zoom interview, whatever. You have been hired. You got an offer letter? Very good. You got your employment visa? Because you are not in UAE now. You got your employment visa? Okay, good. Now you need to come for joining here in UAE. To come for joining means you have to travel. The travel ticket, that is flight joining ticket, has to be paid by the company. Some companies say, no, we are giving visa, that's it, finish. No, joining ticket also company has to provide. That is exclusively mentioned in the Know Your Rights document. And rest rules are same. These two rules, see, this point is mentioned here already. I'll explain you, I will show you. But more elaboratively, they have elaborated here. Now it fall in my eyes, so I thought like this is something has to be discussed, so that you people get a very clear picture of, because these are different, right? Recruitment agency fees, travel ticket, then visa, these are all the different expenses. Clear? Now you understand why we are referring to these four documents. And today's UAE labor law session, by the way, which is up to starting from 2 o'clock and up to 8 or 8:30, it depends on the interview question. I'm sorry, the questions and answers, what we discuss, interaction, right? Comprehensively, I am going to cover all of this, which you have already noticed that that is the reason I kept this PPT here. I'm going to open the real labor law material, by the way. I'm going to open the real labor law material. We'll go like a sequence, okay, covering all of this. I am going to cover all of this. Don't think that we are not going to we are not covering. Okay, so this is the main law. This particular law, as I told you, it's a parent law. Out of all these, this is the main parent law, which I am going to open the material which I have shared with you guys, which I am going to open. Give me a minute. All right. This is the law. Okay. So this law has got total 74 articles, which everything is covered here. End to end, totally covered. Any elaboration that has been discussed in cabinet resolution. If, again, not every article has been elaborated. Few, wherever necessary, they have elaborated in the second document, cabinet resolution. Okay. So this will be on my screen all the times. And we are going to go in a sequence way. In the labor law also, guys, it has been sequence starting from recruitment, where the employee journey ends normally in the company. Yes, Arsalan, you have any idea where the employee journey ends in any company? Of course you will have an idea. If you are not an HR, at least you will be an employee at least. Settlement, cancellation, settlement, correct? So cancellation and settlement, final settlement, correct? Which is called end of service benefit. It is also called as EOSB, end of service benefits. So we start from this recruitment. The labor law itself has been designed and defined in such a way, it navigates recruitment, then contract, then probation period. See, sequence. All right. So this labor law is in a sequence, guys, and this EOSB final settlement is in out of 74 articles. This final settlement is at article number 51. All right. Ab article number 51 means khalas, the labor law is finished. The employee rights, entitlements, it is finished there. After that, that penalty details are there. For which violation, what penalty amount, that and all. And then certain definitions, court-related definitions are there, judiciary definition. 1 month is equal to how many days? Still doubt, huh? 30 days. 1 year is equal to 365 days. So that is also one article. So our focus will be until article 51. So as when we have reached article 51 by end of 8:30 in the evening today, you may consider that labor law training is completed, because the entire life cycle of the employee, is completed here. On top of it, still, if you have any questions, you may definitely ask me. All right. I'm going to share you my number also, don't worry. All right. Post training also, you can contact me. You can drop me a message. As when I'm free, I'll be happy to respond to your legal queries related to the labor laws. All right. So this, when I keep open this law document, I will be covering the cabinet resolution also, the ministerial resolution also, because end of the day, when I say recruitment means it is a one subject. Let's go by subject. Let's go by topic, right? Sequence. So for that, I don't need to open second document, third document. On your demand, I will open. End of the day, I have shown you. That is the reason I have shown you, right? Because you know what? Why I'm clarifying this at this point? There was one participant some 2-3 weeks ago. Despite explaining this much, end of the session when I completed this federal degree, sir, when we are going to start the cabinet resolution? Papa, that is finished. Absconders are in cabinet resolution. Absconding, employee runaway, that subject is in cabinet resolution, article 28. Company policies in cabinet resolution. There are a lot of things. Employee safety related. So wherever it is necessary, I'm going to cover it. So in case if you have any still doubt, ask me. Clear? So we are going to open this federal degree 30. All right. Now, let's start. These are the definitions. Okay, article number, concepts and all. Okay, what is this? Definition. Okay, though I don't want to waste your time, but just state means don't consider Dubai or Abu Dhabi. State means UAE. Okay, in the entire labor law, wherever you will see the state. State means consider it is the entire country. Okay, and ministry means Ministry of Human Resource Amortization. In a short form, we call it as BOHRE. All right. So, and this labor law is applicable only on the employees and the company working in a private company. Private company. Not for domestic laborers, housemaid, house nanny, babysitter, house driver, sponsored by the house owner. It's not a company. So for them, they have a separate law. Don't get confused. They are also employee of the house. They are not employee of the company. It's a personal servant, something like that. For them, they have a totally different law. And local government like police, the health ministry employees, federal government employees, 100% government employees. they also have a separate law. We are talking about the private company, like LLC company, private company for them. When I say private companies, there are three types of private companies. What are those three types, ladies and gentlemen? One is called mainland company, which some people refer to as LLC also. Okay. Another one is called free zone company. Free zone company, which ends with FZ, FZE, FZCO, something like that. Correct? Or DMCC. Or there is another kind of private company, which is called, it's not a private, it is called semi-government company. Semi-government company. Semi-government means you can consider it is a half private and half government. But in reality, it's not about the half. The semi-government companies is that a private owner has a private investment plus government investment. Together, joint partnership. You understand? Joint ownership, joint partnership. That is called semi-government company. Understood? Okay. Arslan was saying you have a question, Arslan. Yes, please, Arslan. What is your question?
Sir, it was before. So once we reach there, I will ask you. No issue.
Yes. We will go by the topic wise. Okay.
Inshallah. Okay.
Yeah. Now, mainland means the main city. That is called mainland. Okay. Free zone means in one of the corner of the city. The companies which got the license from the free zone, they have to be within the free zone. They cannot operate or conduct the business outside. Whoever, this is a licenses actually, business license category, mainland, free zone, semi-government and all. So mainland means 80 to 85% almost, approximately I'm telling you. 80 to 85% of the companies in UAE are mainland only. Huge. Common markets, common roads, whatever you see, Dubai, Dera, Abu Dhabi, Hamdan, Electra, Musafa, Javela. So all these are even in Sharjah, Musalla. So all these are mainland. Mobila and all. Free zone is one of the corner of that area, one of the corner of the city. It's a business actually. It is not related to the employment. It's a business related. Maybe package, business package or business benefits, business privileges may be different. Okay. Let's say, for example, a factory. They are into the free zone license, free zone company. And factory employees called as free zone employees, free zone company employees. Of that factory, once you got the trade license, you should have a factory inside the free zone only, inside the free zone border. You will see free zone border. It's a big area. Of course, you will find certain thousands of companies inside. Okay. And if they want to operate, they have to have a separate mainland license. If some company says, sir, we have a mainland also, we are working in mainland. Baba, check, your company would have what are called separate license in mainland. There are companies who keep one license in free zone, one license in mainland. Yeah. So now the question comes here. The employees working in the free zone companies or the semi-government companies, because see, when we say Mohre law, the law which we are studying today, 85% of the companies, big number, are actually for mainland. When we say Mohre labor contract, Mohre rules, regulations are actually for the mainland. Okay. Now the question comes here, how about the free zone companies, sir? Those 10-15%, but still huge. Even I worked in free zones. I worked in mainland. I worked in semi-government also, by the way. So is this the same law applicable for free zone employees also, for free zone companies also? Question. The answer is little bit tricky, little different. The application procedures, the documentation, paperwork, application procedure, documentation, paperwork of the employee related documentations, may be different. Application, paper, documentation, procedure may be different. Starting from application, document, and procedure may be different. Maybe. Every free zone. There are hundreds of free zones in UAE. Mainland will remain same, but free zone, they may have a different procedure, different application, different what do you call documentation. But the employee rights, employee entitlements shall remain same, aligned with the Federal Decree 33 of 2021. Okay? Ab now, aligned means, Baba, this annually 30 days in the mainland means here also 30 days. Gratuity rules, overtime rules, probation rules, everything, every rule will remain same. Employee related rule will remain same. Okay? However, it is exclusively applicable on the mainland. When I say exclusively, what does it mean? Free zone companies, it is up to them. If they want to follow their own law, they have to draft their own rules and all. Or they may follow the main law also, the common law. So, let me tell you that all the free zones in UAE follow the main law only. This Federal Decree 33, whatever we are studying today. Why? Because I have worked and I have seen multiple free zone labor contract will be there, no? Everywhere. Labor contract is, of course, should be there. In that free zone labor contract, in one of the corner of the labor contract, you will find this contract has been made in accordance with the Federal Decree Law 33 of 2021. I told you paperwork, documentation may be different, correct? Means the respective free zone letterhead contract. One of the largest free zone in UAE is, one of the oldest and largest free zone in UAE is Jebel Ali free zone, Jabza. They also follow the same law. It is there in their website also under the laws and regulations section, one.jabza.com, zone.jabza.com, and majority of the like Dubai Airport free zone, this Dubai Internet City, DMCC, all Sharjah free zone, Ajman free zone, everyone, you go and see their contracts also. Even currently, I'm in one of the free zone, Dubai Silicon Oasis. That also, my contract also has mentioned in the 4th page. If any issues, then it will refer to the labor law, that Federal Decree 33. So let's figure out what is this free zone, what is the further difference between the free zones and all. I told you paperwork may be different, documentation may be different, right? Let's see what is the paperwork, what is the document. Have a look. Though this is out of the labor law, but understanding this concept is really helpful. So in the main law, you will find labor contract, this Mohore labor contract in the mainland company. See, company's offer letter is company's internal matter, that is. Government contract has to be there. So the government contract is labor contract. This I highlighted in yellow. Here in the mainland companies, you will find government labor contract. Mohore issued directly by the Mohore, approved and issued by the Mohore. In the free zone company, respective free zone contract, no matter what free zone it is, on their letterhead. It's not company internal. Free zone is also one of the government body, branch of government, you can say. In semi-government, no free zone, no Mohore. Who will give the contract? Company's offer letter itself is a contract there, internal, in the semi-government. So end of the day, they have the government, two government documents. One is government labor contract and employment visa. Here, free zone contract, free zone also is a government, right? And visa. But here, there is no other document other than employment visa. Employment visa issued by which authority? Immigration authority. So some people call these kind of companies are as a immigration visa companies. Though it is a free semi-government, for the name's sake, they call our immigration company, immigration visa. Our visa comes from immigration only. Every visa comes from immigration. Simply they can call it as semi-government. Because some labor category, they don't know now all these things. They simply call, sir, I don't have a labor contract, only visa, immigration visa. They don't have any contract. Only company offer letter. And I have worked in these companies like in the HR department, that too. That too in the HR department. Even I myself was shocked when I was expecting a company, Baba, give me some labor contract. No, company offer letter itself. Next day I see visa came. Without ministry contract, visa doesn't come. Because when we have a two phases here, one is work permit, Mohore phase. Mohore means what? Well, let's understand the difference first. Let's understand the difference. What is work permit? What is work permit? And what is visa? This work permit is issued by the Ministry of Human Resource or any free zone authority. Correct? Visa issued by the immigration authority. A visa means there are hundreds of visas, right? Visit visa, tourist visa, husband visa, wife visa, spouse visa, student visa, business visa, investor visa, golden visa. How many visas? Anyone can apply that visa, visit visa and all. But for employment visa, you need to get first employment approval. This is called work permit. To work. This is to stay, to reside in UAE. So first approval, this is first approval. Then this is second. Visa comes later. Okay. So next day I received the visa. I was shocked. How without contract signature visa came? Then they explained me, oh, in semi-government company, it is like that. There will not be any government contract there. It is only immigration. Yes, they give the internal offer letter. So while applying the visa, they have a separate section for semi-government company in the immigration. They have a separate special access, special portal within the immigration. Here, immigration means we have two authorities. GDRFA in Dubai and ICP in across all UAE except Dubai. Except Dubai. Like Abu Dhabi, Sharjah and all. Visa yani. Okay? But Mohre is all UAE same. This is all UAE, central. Got it? So, now this semi-government company, okay, they don't have a work permit, but only visa. Here, in case if any complaint comes, Mohre is directly handling this ministry. So, in case any complaints, employee or the company, anyone can lodge a complaint directly in the Mohre. 80084. And in case in our live channels, if any people like a helper, driver, carpenter and all guys, note this number 80084. If any problem in the company, one call away. Free, toll-free number, that too. Toll-free number. Any company, any kind of harassment or unnecessary, they are troubling you, one call away. 80084. Now, let's say this is not call not only for the complaints, but also for the inquiry purpose also. Inquiry. Okay? Ruvelin, I am coming to you, Ruvelin. Okay? I am coming to you. So, inquiry you can ask, finish. They'll ask you only, they will not ask deeper questions. They'll ask you like, are you the employer, any company owner or HR, or are you the company? Sorry, are you the employee? Employer or employee? This question finish. Then they'll ask you, are you the private company or any such free zone and all? If free zone, they will not answer your call. If you say mainland private company, then they will answer your call. Okay? Because for free zone, they will not accept because there is separate process here. So, okay. So Mohre, the complaint has been submitted with a call by giving some passport number or something. Okay. Again, Mohre is not a court. Mohre has a limit. They have authority to pass the judgment, but limited up to 50,000 dirham. Maximum, if there is any concerns, are up to 50,000, like no salary, no overtime, no final settlement gratuity, up to 50,000 dirham. They have. However, no matter below 50, above 50, if any of the party is not satisfied with the Mohre judgment, okay, ministry judgment, within 15 days, they can further proceed to the court. They can appeal in the court. Yes. All right. Ab here, there is no Mohre. Respective free zone authority dispute center. Every free zone authority, they have free zone head office, right? In the head office, there is some section. One officer will be sitting. That person will speak, understand what is the problem. Same like HR, how we HR department, we speak to both parties. We try to resolve their problem. In the same way, it happens in free zone. No, free zone, under one free zone, there will be 5,000 companies. Same. Free zone will not intervene unless the employee or the company escalate to the free zone. Otherwise, above free zone, they are only licensed body. They are giving a license only. Okay. So, free zone authority dispute center, if not satisfied, any employee is saying, I will not step back. I want my money. Up to a company is saying, we will not give. Though free zone has given their own decision, who is right and who is wrong. But still they will say, well, if you have a problem, you can go to ministry. To go to the ministry, the free zone shall release NOC, no objection certificate. Without NOC, Mohre will not accept their complaint. Free zone NOC is required. Issued by the free zone authority. So they have to contact the free zone authority, respective free zone authority, and they have to take the NOC. After NOC, in the Mohre portal, there is one option. Normal complaint and other entity, free zone employees complaint. So they will upload the NOC and the passport copy, these and all, then their complaint will be accepted. Now again, same case, if again both parties are not agreeing with the Mohre judgment, then matter will further go to the court. See, difference is there, process procedure different is there, documentation different is there. In semi-government, immigration head office, no Mohre, no free zone. Immigration head office. Again, immigration dispute center will try to solve the problem. If not, court. Clear? Up now, I told no matter what, paperwork will be different, may be different, procedure may be different. This is what I explained to you. And otherwise, all the companies, no matter free zone or mainland, they shall follow the same law, which is Federal Decree 33 of 2021 in the bracket, the UAE labor law. Except two free zones. Out of hundreds of free zones, except two free zones, which is DIFC in Dubai and ADGM in Abu Dhabi. DIFC, Dubai International Financial Center, and ADGM, Abu Dhabi Global Market. Why these two free zones are different? They have their own law, dedicated law for those whatever number of companies, 5,000 companies, whatever. And they have their own court also. If something doesn't happen in that court, the matter may go up to the second court, third court also. Right? So, I understand certain online live people from Facebook and YouTube and all, you must be asking certain questions, though it is just a live demo for you guys to encourage you to participate. So you may enroll for the full training, guys. Okay? You may contact our office. They'll enroll you for the full training because I cannot see your questions here. All right. Yes, except two free zones, DAFC in Dubai and ADGM in Abu Dhabi. They have a separate law. If anyone wants, I have a law manual with me. Again, I think some 1% of the UAE companies, DAFC and ADGM. For that smaller percentage, if you want to refer, but don't get confused. In case if you're working in that DFC or ADGM, then you will have to require to refer to that law. Otherwise, 99% same law. And whether it is the same law for every fee zone or not, you can see in that respective fee zone contract. They also have a contract. Clear? Done? Now, contract. It has been observed, it has been reported from multiple participants. I must have trained almost 2,000-3,000 people like you guys. It has been observed that some companies, even yesterday there was one person in our HR management training. We have a separate HR management training. You participated, right? Practical trainings. So that person has reported, sir, this is all okay, but our owners are saying we have a separate policy and our rules are different. Really? I've told you some legal reference, 4 laws, right? Cabinet resolution and all. In the cabinet resolution, article number 14, clause number 1, it is mentioned the company policy shall not contradict with the labor law. Company policy has to be 100% aligned with the labor law. If the labor law says annual leave 30 days per year means 30 days per year. Doesn't matter what company policy says. Doesn't matter if the company policy says 29 days per year, 28 per days per year. That is useless. One may have to throw that offer letter or company internal agreements where thousands of pages the employee must have signed in the name of acknowledgement. That will be null and void. Cabinet resolution, article 14, second document. That will be null and void if it is found the company policies or any company document or internal agreement, if it is violating the law. Violating means it is breaching the law. The law says 30 days leave per year means 30 days, that to full pay. Full pay. Some companies annually they give basic pay. That is a violation. That is a clear violation. But what the owner is telling, hypothetically I'm explaining, okay? What the owner is telling, I am the owner of the company. It is my company. I am the HR manager. I am a responsible person. I know what is company need, what is required for our company in the best interest of our company. But best interest of our company is good. What about the best interest of the employees? The law, this is what it is. When you say best interest of the company, you have to consider best interest of the employee also, both. To protect the company, to protect the employees. So company policy must be, there is no excuse. It must be aligned with the labor law. When I say aligned, annual leave 30 days per year, correct? Though detailed discussion when we reach article 29, we'll discuss that. Annual leave 30 days per year, right? That is the labor law has explained here, 30 days per year. This is the employer right. But how to apply the annual leave? Any application paper is required or not? Or online has to apply or paper to have to apply? 1 month in advance they have to inform or 15 days in advance they have to inform? That you decide. Mr. Employee, Mr. Owner, Mr. HR Manager, Mr. Company Policy, that you decide. Process procedure you may decide. But rule, entitlement, that is figure 30 days leave per year or carry forward or this rule, whatever mentioned in the labor law, that must be followed. There is no other excuse, there is no other option. Zero room for any deviation. Zero. Got my point? So while drafting the company policies, if in case if any one of you are HR manager or HR executive or those who want to become an HR or HR director or owner of the company, mark this statement. The company policy has to be drafted after thoroughly studying the labor law. If not, be ready for beautiful penalties. Why? Because despite having a knowledge, you guys are deviating from the law. Penalty. Right? Now, all right. Article number 4. Before we get into the recruitment, first we need to clear this discussion. Non-discrimination and equality. The law has clearly stated in front of you, this is the labor law, not from my home, by the way. This is the labor law, Federal Degree 33. It is also available in the Mohre portal if anyone want to refer, right? So, any form of discrimination, any form of discrimination on the basis of race, color, nationality, gender, male, female, transgender, nationality, Indian, Pakistani, African, color, black, white, red, brown. Again, in certain countries like India, North India, South India, language-wise, Hindi, Tamil, Malayali, any form of discrimination, it is a crime in UAE. And as this is a labor law, pertaining to the labor law, it is in employment also, it is crime to discriminate the people on the basis of nationality, the language, or gender. It is clear. If anyone say anything referring to article number 4, clause number 1. This is called legal reference. Now, okay, when I say discrimination, when? At the time of hiring, at the time of onboarding, if there is any problem or investigation, any warning letter, termination, increment, promotion, or a normal debate, normal dispute in a meeting, or at the time of firing, cancellation, or employee entitles, benefits, zero tolerance from the UAE government if any discrimination found. The only thing, again, one call away to the ministry's call center, 80084. Any questions related to the discrimination? Okay, Derek is saying LGBT is not allowed in UAE, right? As UAE recognize only 2 genders. Thank you. Baba, I have seen how many people. See, again, in the passport, you will find male, female. Later, in their personal life, what they are, that is none of our business. You got the point? Maybe in the passport, you may find male, but he is, as you said, LGBT. But in the personal life, that person may be female, but in the passport, maybe some have different. That is up to the personal choice, right? In the labor law, what they are saying, Baba, gender. Where is that? Here, sir, here also see. A woman, for example, is granted with.
They
Yes, my
mention
dear.
sex. They mention sex in the first line. Sex.
Yes, okay.
Yeah.
Any discrimination. And women, though, women point in today's world, everyone knows, right? Many countries, Italy Prime Minister is a woman, right? So a lot of airspace, I mean, spaceships and all, now pilots and all, there are women. So no wonder. But however, in one of the olden times, women, why you are sitting on the chair? Go and sit outside, stand outside, not allowed. You are black, huh? I hate black. Don't come in front of me. Not allowed. You are having a bed. Why? Out. You cannot come inside my cabin. If you want to come, remove your bed and come. And you, Mr. Black, go for some treatment. There are hundreds of treatments are there, laser treatments. Turn yourself to white and then come back. Excuse me. This is a clear discrimination at any point of during the employment. Any questions? related to the discrimination.
Yes, sir. I have one question related to
Hmm.
that. For example, here they mention race, color, sex, religion. What about language? Mostly nowadays, I saw those cases. Like in my company, even though whoever is Arabic, they are giving more favor to them instead of other languages.
Okay. See, up now this particular point you said, as I told you, I'll show you in terms of fees and all. They said they have mentioned certain 2 3 points. But when we say fees, this is very elaborative. Medical, Emirates ID, status change, and all. That much deeper it is not mentioned. When they say, Baba, you cannot charge means you cannot. I mean, they are saying any discrimination. Everything will come here, which is against to the country's culture, integrity, sovereignty, their leadership. Yeah, everything. Now many people they questions me, sir, what about in the online social the job portal, LinkedIn, Indeed, or Naukri Gulf here and there? I see this position, for example, receptionist or accountant or XYZ engineer, whatever, only a particular nationality, some XYZ nationality only. Yes, one can call it as a discrimination. Yeah. But you know what? Especially on LinkedIn, anyone recruiter here from recruitment? Anyone?
Yes, yes, sir.
You are a recruiter, Salam.
Both.
Okay. You are
Yeah.
using LinkedIn. You are also a recruiter.
Naukri Gulf
LinkedIn,
also.
Naukri Gulf also. Very good. See, mashallah. So in LinkedIn nowadays, the accounts are being suspended if you are posting such. It is against to the LinkedIn policy also. That has been given exceptionally to the Emirati national because of the quota, because of that Emiratization 2% rule I told you, right? That for that purpose it is. End of the day, this is Emirati country. That to 2%. Remaining 90 people, 90% of the people we all are here, right? So for that, okay, no problem. Again, some people ask us, isn't it a discrimination? No, that is not a discrimination, Baba. This is their land. However, they have given the opportunity to us and great respect. Culture, it's not like you are outsider. No. Oppositely, I have seen people are with if you call some other like Mohre or any other this call center or pension call center, another level of customer service. In Abu Dhabi, I was there in Abu Dhabi. I given a call to one of the Abu Dhabi government. After 2 3 days, I am receiving a call from that same call center number and asking the customer service rating. Government government officer. Now you tell me what was the requirement for them to contact every person who calls, sir, how was the rating? Out of 1 to 5, how many you want to give? How was the knowledge of that person? How was the treatment of that person? Respect. Overall, how much? I really got shocked actually. Some other hotels here and there means I understand. But the government is calling. They have a dedicated staff to give a call. Government, this much. So I think we are happy here. Alhamdulillah, I think I am one of that happy resident of UAE for the last 15 years, and I don't know in future how long I'm going to be. Right? This is recently you guys must have seen one of the pledge, UAE pledge something, commitment. No matter war or crisis, we are here. That is why even today this is Dubai. This is now we are in Dubai. This session is happening in Dubai. Yeah, that is what our commitment is. No matter flights are open or closed, still we are here. That is the love towards the country. This country is feeding us. So I think, yeah, in this wise, no. But yes, if anyone is posting again, Arsalan, let me ask you some question related to this recruitment.
Sure,
Even
sir.
if you post a particular nationality, no matter whatever nationality, we have hundreds of nationalities here. Even if you post, certain times what happen because of the business requirement, a particular nationality you may require.
Yes, correct.
You are also a recruiter, right? Do you have any 100% guarantee and warranty? Each and every application you receive from the same nationality.
No, most of the time mix.
I am also a recruiter. Not only recruiter, I am a technical recruiter, by the way. There are hardly four technical recruiters are available in the entire UAE market.
Hmm.
Yani that technical recruiter means they knows in deeper about the industry, in and out. I'm coming from the engineering industry. So entire engineering industry, I can ask the question, I can shortlist the candidate. Even if the technical round of interview is not there, that is when the recruiter interview is sufficient. In that level, the technical recruiter means. Every technical question he will ask. And he has the answer also. Anyway, so yes, there is no 100% sure that you are going to receive that only that nationality or only that language. Then if there is no effectiveness, then why to post only this nationality, only that nationality? Even if you post, Baba, almost 50% of the applicants will be, I was posting engineer requirement. Forget about the nationality for a while. I want a mechanical engineer. Drivers are applying, office boys are applying. Ab you tell me. Can I stop them? No. I have my own technology and filters to apply, and okay. Correct. So now what the company is saying, sir, actually we are a very highly legally compliant company, and we as per the company goals, company objectives, currently we have 99 nationalities. So in the coming month, we are going to be a 10 years old company. We are going to have the anniversary. So we want to add one more nationality to become 100 nationality diversified company. Company's justification is this one. Now you tell me, is it a discrimination? Baba, 99 nationality itself clearly self-explanatory that how diversified in terms of diversity, the company is maintaining. See, the discrimination comes from here. I hate you. I don't like black. I don't like this. I don't like that. Baba, who are you? Follow the law. In the law, it is clearly mentioned, not allowed. It is a crime. Clear? All right. Now, employment started. That is recruitment. Okay. Derek is saying, I meant I don't need to identify them as they want to be identified. Like women want to be called as he. That's okay, no? That is okay. That is a kind of a culture. That is kind of a support. If a man want to call themselves as she, Baba, don't call me he. Don't go by my passport. I am she. If a man wants it, okay, no, it's okay. Satisfy that person. If a woman wants, don't call me she, don't call me her, or call me he or him. Okay. Are we losing anything? It's okay. Focus on the job. Get the job done. Focus on the business. Focus on the culture. This is what I can say. Right? So, now, employment of juvenile. What is this juvenile? Juvenile is a minor category. Yani below age. 15 plus. Less than 15. Yani we can hire these people. Huh? 15 plus people also we can hire. In UAE, yes, it is allowed. But with certain conditions. Before to that, let me also tell you, in UAE, the age for a full-time job has to be 18 plus. For full-time job. Like a normal standard contract, 2 years, like that, full-time altogether. When I say full-time here, 18 plus, then ultimately what this becomes? Part-time. Not more than 6 hours per day, including break. Including break. Not more than 6 hours per day. And any they are kids, they are still probably pursuing the school, college, and all. Okay, less than. 18, less than 18, they cannot hire permanent also. That too temporary. This is their parents' approval required first. Parents' NOC consent required, and this limitation of the time and no night duty, only day. No matter whatever your business is, call center, airlines, hotel, hospital, no matter, Baba, only day. And no high risk jobs. No that fire related kitchen. No that what you called oil and gas project construction. Soft jobs, soft like computer job, volunteer, reception. Yes, there is a contract called juvenile contract, student contract, or student, you can say. Yeah, clear. Having said that, can anyone tell me what is the internship? What is the internship, Mr. Recruiter? Yeah, what is internship? From the college we are taking. Okay, is it a temporary or permanent? Temporary. So for the temporary, do we need to give a work permit, visa, and all? Okay. And anyone else? Do we need really required work permit for 1 month, 2 months, maybe for 1 week, maybe for 10 days? NOC is enough from the college. Work permit from the parents also. Okay. And okay. So you mean to say no, not no 21 and all. In the law, 18 is mentioned. I told you, no, 18. Above 18, that particular person becomes adult. So they can work, they can start working. Okay. What about the work permit? Let's say someone wants to just come and sit with you guys in the live operations, live in the office to learn. So what document will you give to the employee? Any document or only verbal?